Question 26. What irritates you about coworkers? Sample answer.
I always get along fine with my coworkers. I tend to be open-minded and very considerate.
Question 27. Do your skills match this job or another job more closely? Sample answer.
I feel my skills are best fit for this job.
Question 28. What has disappointed you about work? Sample answer.
I once felt that I was not being given enough challenges to work on. I was a bit disappointed because I was so eager to go for more.
Question 29. If you were hiring a manager for this job, what would you look for? Sample answer.
I would look into two essential things: the ability to do the job right and the proper attitude to do it. Skills without the right attitude will not contribute to productive output.
Question 30. What role do you tend to play in a team? Sample answer.
I tend to be versatile when it comes to being a team player. I can act as a leader, an assistant, a communicator, a secretary, whatever role that will ensure the success of the team. That's because understanding the different roles will allow each player to take on the role of others in times of need.
Question 31. What was the most difficult decision for you made? Sample answer.
It was a time when I had to choose between joining a group of employees protesting some issues in the company and staying away from the issue. I ended up being a mediator between the employees and our immediate supervisor, and I was glad I made that decision because it all ended well and without further conflicts in the workplace.
Question 32. Are you willing to make sacrifices for this company? Sample answer.
I would be willing to do that to the best of my ability. I can manage personal matters on my own without causing conflicts when management needs me most. However, I will not compromise on my values.
Question 33. What are the qualities do you look for in a boss? Sample answer.
I look at my boss as a person who can easily relate with me, can make firm decisions, and is transparent. A boss with a sense of humor would also be a delightful idea.
Question 34. Are you applying to other companies as well? Sample answer.
Yes, I have submitted my applications in some of the best companies. Above all, my priority and hope are that I will be able to land a job in your company.
Question 35. Do you know anyone who works in our company? Sample answer.
No, I found your ads in a popular job posting website.
Question 36. How do you propose to compensate for your lack of experience? Sample answer.
I am a quick learner. Every time there is something new thrown at me, I take time to study it at the soonest time.
Question 37. Have you ever worked in a job that you hated? Sample answer.
Not exactly hated. I once had a job that does not exactly match my qualification. Nevertheless, I was glad I took the job because it was an opportunity to learn something new and added to my list of experience.
Question 38. What would your previous supervisor say your best point is? Sample answer.
Some of my strongest points at work are being hardworking, patient, and a quick learner.
Question 39. What is the most challenging thing about working with you? Sample answer.
My coworkers often say I'm too serious about my work. However, I have attended some personality enhancing seminars to blend better with colleagues.
Question 40. What suggestions have you made in your previous employment that was implemented? Sample answer.
I once suggested that management and staff should have more regular meetings instead of quarterly meetings. I was happy that the administration took note of this and even commended me for taking a good initiative.
Question 41. Would you rather be liked or feared? Sample answer.
I would like to be liked, but more importantly, I would prefer to be respected. Being feared does not necessarily command respect.
Question 42. How do you cope with stress? Sample answer.
I pause for a few minutes, look out into the window. Brief pauses in enough to get me charged again. I can manage stress well enough and does not decrease my productivity level.
Question 43. Would you rather work for money or job satisfaction? Sample answer.
Job satisfaction is more important to me. Working just for the money may not be fulfilling if I don't like the job in the first place. Job satisfaction makes me stay productive. Money would naturally come along as well.
Question 44. Describe your work policy ethics. Sample answer.
Always give your best in every job. If not, don't do it at all.
Question 45. What was your biggest challenge with your previous boss? Sample answer.
My previous boss was very strict when it came to deadlines and output. It was a challenge for me to meet every expectation he made. It was also a good learning experience for me because it only made me better at what I do.
Question 46. Do you enjoy working as part of a team? Sample answer.
Yes, I enjoy it very much. Being part of a team means you get to contribute for the good of all, while at the same time are members who can support you and share more knowledge with you.
Question 47. Why do you think you deserve this job? Sample answer.
Because I believe my talents and skills will definitely be a big contribution to your company's continuing pursuit of excellence. I'm a fast worker and hard-working person who can be a very reliable asset to this company.
Question 48. Has anything ever irritated you about people you have worked with?
I go along fine with coworkers. When I feel the other guy's attitude is a negative one, I try my best to approach him and talk things over. I always make it a point to stay positive and transparent with people around me.
Question 49. Do you have any questions for me? Sample answer.
I go along fine with coworkers. When I feel the other guy's attitude is a negative one, I try my best to approach him and talk